in 200 and 100 meter running, British record holder. The Olympic champion Gabby Thomas serenely made her way through the rounds in Paris, had such a great season last year. Really looking forward to seeing a race here. The previously mentioned Nasser of Bahrain. Last weekend in the Dominican Republic, she ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200 meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win, you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Nasser just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Nasser running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her and Dina. And that wasn't the case, but...
In lane 4, Millicent Ndoro of Kenya in 5. Gabby Thomas in lane 6, Cambria Sturgis in lane 7, Ashley Miller out in lane 8. Sturgis does head the 2026 list, 22.09 in Texas 2 weeks ago. The women's 200 metres, the Olympic champion from Paris, Gabby Thomas, settles into lane 6. The world leader, Cambria Sturgis, into lane 7. The crowd are quiet for the start of the women's 200 metres, and they're tearing round the top end. Cambria Sturgis leading the way from Gabby Thomas at the moment. The two Americans swing into the home straight. Rainier Jones going well in two, but it's Sturgis versus Thomas. Thomas in the last 50, trying to get ahead of Sturgis. Gabby Thomas under pressure here. She does make it a second win, 21-9. If that is confirmed, she's the first woman this year to go sub 22. That would be a big moment here for
What's
Gabby
up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. So we are here with two 200-meter races. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, so that way you'll be fully notified. So we have the Grand Slam track event in Jamaica and the Kip Keino Classic, which was this year. So in the Grand Slam track event in Jamaica, we have likes as Dina Asher-Smith, Gabby Thomas, we have Price, we have Nazer, we have Paulino. Yeah, man, some great female sprinters. And you know, when we saw this lineup, not gonna lie, there's so many beautiful ladies competing. So in the women's 200-meter Grand Slam, in the 200-meter, you know, so as of April 20, 2026, Gabby Thomas secured a major sprint double in Kingston last year, adding another 200-meter victory to her record early, you know, in the month. She also famously won the first ever race in the series, you know, in history with a time of 22.62, you know, defeating Marlene Paulino and Dina Asher-Smith. So as I said, this was back in 2025, you know, so this was like the first ever Grand Slam track series, and she competed on this track and she dominated the 200 meters, you know, defeating some great female sprinters, as I said, like such Dina Asher-Smith, Nazer, Paulino. Yeah, man. So she came out, she did what she had to do, and she dominated. So big her up for that, because she definitely came out and she did great. So you know, in this next 200 meters in 2026, Gabby Thomas dominated the 2026 Kip Keino Classic in Nairobi, Kenya, by winning both the 100 and 200 meter sprints on April the 24th, 2024. So you know, this was last month. She won with a time of 21.89. She became the first ever woman to run sub 22 on Kenyan soil. She broke the previous meeting record 22.07 held by Shakari Richardson. So that's extremely great. You know, this marks was the 2026 world lead at the time of the race. So yeah, man, people, and she did competed in 100 meters before she did the 200 meters, and she won with a time of 11.07. And we all know she's not really a 100 meter runner. She's more of a 200 meter runner. So you know, sometimes she venture off and do 100 meters. But you know, definitely a great race. If you all enjoyed this video, drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Big up on yourselves. Stay tuned for the next update.